Alright, Shalom. First off, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders up in Great Millstone. And a sincere peace and salutation to all the Aki and pushing this word of truth to the city. Yeah, brothers just breaking bread, so we decided to just put it on wax, and break bread with the rest of the Aki for whomever will see these videos, But pretty much, we were just going over, losing loved ones in the world, and us three brothers, we all had to have gone through that while being in this truth, and Lord's will, a brother, once that happened to you, you'll understand how to take it, because it's, we human, and we gonna have natural feelings, you're gonna feel some type of way when your loved one passed, but at the end of the day, it's a job to be done, and we gotta keep out our mind on the prize, which is that crown, so you get that first.
Sure, you going straight to the point? Or?
Yeah, straight to the point.
Come. This is Matthew's chapter 8.
Matter of fact, get the story. What?
Come. Okay, this will start at 18.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Matthew's chapter 8, verse 18. It says, "Now when Yahushua saw great multitudes about him, he gave commandment to depart unto the other side. And a certain scribe came and said unto him, Master, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. And Yahushua saith unto him, The foxes have holes, and the birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man have not where to lay his head."
Right, keep going.
Verse 21, it says, "And another of his disciples said unto him, Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father. But Yahushua said unto him, Follow me, and let the dead bury the dead."
Yeah, it was a man that believed in Yahushua, and he was going to serve him. He said, "Let me go bury my father first." And Yahushua said, "Let the dead bury the dead." Because you got the rest of your loved ones. Your blood-related family that don't believe. Not necessarily in the truth. And we know them to be the dead bodies, the dry bones. They don't have the spirit of life within them, And then Yahushua said, "Let the dead bury the dead," You want to say something? Yeah,
and then just to add some balance to it. We're not saying, if for a certain day, long as if it's not affecting the work of this ministry. You understand? Because if the funeral fall on a certain day where you ain't doing the work, of course you can go and you handle your business and your family.
Yeah, I say this really, you're really not supposed to be around a dead body because you become unclean. So you're really not supposed to be around that. But like I said, there is a balance to it. And when Moses died, the people had what was it, 7 days?
Yeah, it was a week.
If I'm not mistaken, 7 days to mourn. So it's okay to mourn, but at the same time, when you're doing this work, you can't let that hinder you. You can't let that, and then it's a balance because they not going through the Jacob's trouble that's to come. If that's someone that you love. You got something, bro? You can interject anytime.
Got this real quick. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. It says, "Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it."
Yeah, because the elements, we're pretty much made of the elements. The dust shall return to the earth. That's all that's happening.
And what the scripture says, a spiritual man judgeth for all things. So when as a man of the law, as a man in his truth, which you should have a certain understanding. And when certain matters like a death in the family or somebody died, you should be at a level of understanding of what the scripture that the brother just said, what the brother just read. Can you read it again?
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 7. It says, "Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the heavenly Father who gave it."
So that's the process of life, and contrary to popular belief, there is no hell. You don't die and you go some red guy, with a pitchfork poking you for eternity. Everybody goes back to the spiritual world. When you're there, you come back down for judgment. So when you at a certain level of understanding you have a death in the family, it shouldn't really hurt you at the end of the day because you know what the process is.
Yeah, there's sleep.
Come.
You know, right now there's sleep. the thing that gets you held up in this world is that YOLO shit. You only live once shit. You know, that's being void of understanding. You know, you will know if you're a man of the Lord and you believe that you're gonna see your loved one again. Like I said, it's okay to mourn because you're not gonna see that actual person again. You're gonna know the spirit when you see it. You holding something, bro?
Lie. Oh,
okay, go.
Get
Luke.
All right, this is Luke chapter 23, verse 27. It says, "And there followed him a great company of people and of women, which also bewailed and lamented him. But Yahushua, turning unto them, said, Daughters of Jerusalem, weep not for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children."
Right. Yahushua said, weep not for him because he was being put on the cross to die. You know, and he's going back to the spirit world. There's more to come. Look, the brothers mentioned hell. Hell is a condition played out on earth. Right now, we are living our hell. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are living their hell right now. We are in that condition. But it's going to get worse. There's something called Jacob's Trouble. You know? It's going to be that big shebang in the movie of Yahweh. You know? And that's where the tough thing going to come. So the scripts. So she said, weep not for him. Keep going.
Verse 28, "But Yahushua, turning unto them, said, Daughters of Jerusalem, weep not for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children. For behold, the days are coming, in the which they shall say, Blessed are the barren, and the wombs that never bear, and the paps which never gave suck."
Yeah, because those days are coming, you know, when the times are going to get very hard and gruesome. You know, you want to interject on that?
Come on. You know, the days are coming that it's better for the 2/3, it's better for the Jake that already perished before all hell breaks loose than for the 2/3.
Yeah.
All right. Jacob's trouble, the 2/3 are going to catch nothing but hell on earth. The scriptures speak of it as a time never seen on the earth and never will be seen. All right. That's what's coming.
And when you really actually think about, you know, certain brothers have certain family members that have deaths. We actually think about it. The Lord have mercy on them, man, because they miss what's the judgment that's about to take place here.
Yeah,
you know? They get to wake up in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was telling the Sharp Rashad, older brother in the DC camp, about one of my homeboys in the world. You know, he had just got a shotgun and accidentally blew his own head off with the shotgun on accident. You know, and the Sharp Rashad immediately say, Damn, Lord had mercy on him. You know, but somebody in the world be like, oh my God, he went out a crazy way. You know, but you don't know crazy until you know these scriptures. You know, of what's about to happen. You know, you hold something?
Yeah, I mean, that's good. This one moves on the topic. This is Ecclesiastes 12:1. It says, "Remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, until thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in it."
Yeah. The evil days draw nigh. You know, and the evil days, it's like the brother's been expounding on, is Jacob's trouble. You know, get the mark of the beast. What you got?
This is Job.
Good, get it.
This is Job chapter 3. All right, verse. I'm gonna start at 11. "Why died I not from the womb? Why did I not give up the ghost when I came out of the belly? Why did the need prevent me, or why the breast that I should suck?"
Yeah. That's like Job crying out, right?
Come. Talking about being alive in this state.
Yeah, he's mourning because he was going through so much hell and tribulation. He's like, you know, why I ain't just die, man? You know, he's like, why the hell was I even created? You know, you know.
All right. Verse 13. "For now should I have lain still and been quiet. I should have slept, then I had been at rest. With kings and counselors of the earth, which built desolate places for themselves, or princes that had gold, who filled their houses with silver. Whereas in hidden untimely birth I had not been, as infants which never saw light. There the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. You know?
Yeah. Go ahead, go into it.
Because, you know, it says, there the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. All right? You know, when you die, you're at rest. Most Jake that have cancer and die of different ailments, their last time on this earth is wearisome and miserable. All right? But when the Lord finally says it's time, takes that spirit from out of that body, they're relieved. They're at rest. You know?
Yeah, and what's another word for rest? Peace.
Sleep.
You know? This is Hebrews. Slide real quick. This is Hebrews 4:11. It says, let us labor therefore to enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief. Right, but you know, that's what we're supposed to be doing as the men of the Lord. That's what it means to drop everything and follow Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. When one of your loved ones, your real loved ones in this world is the brothers in the truth. You know? And then you got to understand real quick, get 1 Samuel 2:6, one of you. Because understanding the scriptures come with a level of understanding of what's going on. You know? Like the brother said earlier, it's a balance when you feel some type of way, but then it's another balance to understand what you're into. You know, you got to labor, you know.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 6. It says, the Lord Yahweh killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up.
Yeah, it's all the doing of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Satan has no power, you know. Satan power is given from Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man, from Yahweh. He asked for permission, so that the Lord does all these things. If your loved one died, that means the Lord sanctioned it. You know, it's okay to mourn or feel some type of way, but at the end of the day, you gotta let the dead bury the dead and keep doing this work so we can enter into that rest, so we can have our peace. You got something?
Come. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. It says, see now that I, even I am He, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Yeah, he said, there's no God with him. You know, he killed, he do all these things, man. Everything that you see going on it was done and sanctioned by Yahweh the Most High. You know, and it was meant to happen. You know, so when you doing this work, when you following the ways of Yahweh Shah, what Yahweh Shah say, you know about my Father's business. You know, you can't get weary or weak in this thing because something has happened. You know, it's a balance to everything. But when you're doing this work, you can't let the death of someone stop your mindset, because there's so much more trouble coming. You know, you're gonna get used to seeing dead bodies.
I'll go back and Luke. Read Luke again. This is Luke chapter 23, verse 28. But Yahushua turning unto them said, daughters of Jerusalem, weep not for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children. For behold, the days are coming in which they shall say, blessed are the barren, and the wombs that never bare, and the paps which never gave suck. Then shall they begin to say to the mountains, fall on us, and to the hills cover us. For if they do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in the dry? Alright, and Yahushua, at the end he said, if they do these things in the green tree, because a green tree is a healthy tree, you know, a vital tree, and that's Yahushua. He did no sin, he was innocent, alright, and he was still put on the cross and killed, alright, by the Romans. It says, what should they do to a dry? Alright, the 2/3 of the nation of Israel are not innocent, alright, they're wicked sinners. So when the Lord sends his sword, alright, the scriptures say, arise, O Lord, deliver me from the wicked, which is thy sword. When Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua sends his sword upon the 2/3 of the nation of Israel, wait until you see how grievous it's going to be.
Okay. Man, that's going to be by the way of Edom Esau, man. Man, listen, you look at his rap sheet, you already know how he get down. So, you know, at the end of the day, who's going to deliver us? You know, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. He who's going to deliver us? You know, Yahweh Shai, the deliverer. You know, he delivers.
Yeah. Yeah. Ultimately, if you pass, you know, there was it's something called reincarnation. You know, if everyone, look, there's no one that's walked this earth and hasn't sinned besides Yahweh Shai. So you're gonna have to pay for your sin. You know, there is gonna be some men that don't witness death in this life. You know, but there's gonna be some men of the Lord that even perish. You know, but you know, the main topic of right now is what's going on right now. And what the brother said is true, because some of your family members, your blood, were wicked 2/3. You know, but still they have had mercy. They got mercy because they're not going to have to enter into that trouble of the mark of the beast. You holding that? You know, because you got to put your mindset into the time of Jacob's trouble of what's to be. Lord, get that real quick.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. It says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." Verse 17, "And that no man might buy or sell, save that had the mark."
Yeah, it says no man shall buy or sell. So it's going to be a new currency out here. The only way you're going to be able to buy or sell, go get food, go clothe yourself, get a roof over your head. The only way you're going to be able to do that is say if you have that chip. You know? Now, if you take that chip, you're going to be utterly destroyed by nuclear missiles. You see? Now, if you truly love your family member, you're going to be a little bit more happy that that family member that you love not going to have to see that. You know? Because there ain't going to be another third or fourth generation in this motherfucker. You know? This is the end.
Wouldn't be nobody to save.
Yeah. Whatever.
This is Revelation chapter 14 and 9. It says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb."
Yeah, the nuclear missiles. You know, fire and brimstones, the nuclear missile. And then it says, what does it say about the, you will have to deal with the wrath of the Lord? What read up a little bit.
This is Revelation chapter 14 to 10. "The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh."
Yeah. Now, who's to say, hypothetically speaking, that person that you love, you know, was living in that time, wasn't going to take the chip or worship the image of the beast? You know? Who's to say they haven't already was? You know, so you don't want to have to. It says, the scriptures say it's better to fall into the hands of, how I go again?
Of the Lord.
Yeah.
You can kill the body.
Okay.
The body
you
and
know?
soul
Yeah.
in hell.
You know, so, yeah, you know. You don't want to have to fall into the hands of the living power, man. You know, because he could kill your soul too.
Come on.
Go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 10 and 28. It says, "And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell."
And the only one who has that power is Yahweh. You know, so you want to fear him. You know, we are in the mindset, Lord willing, we stay in the mindset of we ain't taking the chip and we just gonna follow the spirit wherever it may lead us. You know, like the saying in the world, we're gonna go with the wind. You know,
and that's their whole purpose, man. These Idumeans, you know, these Edomites, Esau, his whole purpose behind the chip, man, is obtaining this godhood. You know, obtaining this God-like status.
Yeah, the scriptures say he wanted to be like the Most High.
Exactly. He exalted himself as the eagle. You know, he's a proud devil, man. And you know, these when you dealing with these elite, man, like they don't do normal things. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have to go to a 9 to 5. They don't have to survive. You know, like their mindset, the way that they're thinking, and the things that they're trying to accomplish are completely on a whole nother level than these average peons are actually thinking. Yeah. And the scriptures are identifying these individuals. So with this mark, man, you know, you basically taking league, you know, with these people. You basically giving up your rights. You pretty much saying, hey, look, you are my God, you know.
Exactly. So and in that scripture, Luke, it says, "Blessed be the unbarren."
Blessed be the barren, and those that never gave suck to the breast.
Right. You know, wait, what it say? Yeah.
I'll grab it. This is Luke. This is Spirit. Just turn right to it. Chapter 23, verse 29. For behold, the days are coming, in the which they shall say, Blessed are the barren, and the wombs that never bear.
And the wombs that never bear, you know? Because it's going to be a good thing to not have a child. That's why it's a curse on you if you have a child in this world. You know, because they will have to go through that thing. You know? You want to interject?
It said, there's a little bit more. It says, in the paps which never gave suck.
Yeah. You know? Like, it's hey man, I'm not saying it's better for your loved one to die. I'm not saying that by any means, you know. It's okay to feel some type of way, just to sum this whole video up, you know, of letting the dead bury the dead. Okay. You know, we have a job to do, which we have an understanding that's not given to everyone, okay. You know. So with that understanding, we have an obligation to keep moving forward, okay. You know, because we have a heavy task, and that's into saving our nation, though they are wicked right now, you know.
Our salvation is much bigger than one life, man. You know, like I said, if you like you were just saying, if you got the understanding, if you're a spiritual person, you know, spiritual individual, then you're gonna have that understanding, and you know, you're gonna be able to move forward and, you know, get back to work, you know.
And closing scriptures. Come on.
I don't got a closing scripture.
Go do your thing.
But you know, the scriptures. You know, if you have a family member that just passed, you're about to see many more family members die.
That's right.
And you know, the scriptures talk about thousands of people about to die. All right, I'm actually gonna grab that real quick. This is the book of Psalms, chapter. This is Psalms chapter 91. All right. Verse 7, it says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Alright, you know, if we be part of the elect, we're still going to see thousands upon thousands of people die. And then it says, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. If we're in the chariots, alright, we're going to be looking down, watching millions of people burn, all right, by the thermonuclear missiles in the fire from the chariots, all right. So getting emotional over one death is just not spiritual, you know. That's just carnal, you know.
Yeah, it was well said, man. I'm just gonna end it right there, you know. Hey, man, you keep your eyes single onto the prize, which is Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, and them getting their glory, and after that we'll get ours, you know. Hey man, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to all Ak and pushing this word in truth and sin. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.